Only one thing like this, you don't lose them. You don't lose them. Mr. Chris, it's good to have you on the show, sir. Please talk to us. Good evening to you.
Domo sir, good evening, Mr. George. It's good to be on the program. Madam Rita, I wish I can scream as loud as the way you scream because where I am is unfortunately I'm not able to scream. But it's good to be nice and sharing the same cyberspace with all of us again. It's one big family. I see everybody on the comment section. It's good to be with you people. Yeah, I can see the spirit, the vibrancy. I just know somehow we are going to get this right this time around because if we don't, I don't know what's going to be the fate of the country. Senator was thank you for this work where you did do so. Only God will feel blessed because the truth has to be said. A lot of people supporting this bitter. Some of these people they are getting one thing or the other from one way or the other. I don't know, but this is really organic support. I know from the last time we've been hearing this program, you made it very clear that Peter Obi has not in any way come to see your either you have any physical or backdoor communication with him, but you've been doing this for years. I don't know if that's still the case now, but the issues are these. You see, this man, what some people fail to understand is that when they support this man, they think they are supporting this man because he wants to become the president. They don't realize that they are supporting the future of their generations yet unborn. So, having laid that foundation, before I just continue, I would like to quickly take 10 seconds to say, Mommy Diaspora, we love you so much. Thank you for all you do. And I was very happy when Madam Rita screamed and she greeted you. I said, yes, I wish I'll be able to do that. Unfortunately, I can't scream where I am. And Mommy Diaspora, I love you from the depth of our hearts. Thank you so much for everything that you do for the benefit and the betterment of this country. See, guys, Niger Watch asked one very fundamental question. And I also like the response that Madam Rita give. When Niger Watch asked that question, my heart was in my mouth because I was waiting to see what Madam Rita would say. And she answered perfectly well. And the question is this going to get better? Madam Rita said no. And that's actually the way it is going to be. You know, earlier on in her submission, I think Madam Rita, she placed a 65-year period before Nigeria could get better. Even at that 65 years, I completely disagreed with her. I was glad when Nigeria Watch asked her again. She can't say no. She not sure say the thing go good. That is exactly the truth. And that is why the Peter Obi story, that's why he comes into the picture. Because see Nigerians, anywhere you dey, if you think say Peter Obi they do this to make him become president, it's very clear. This man no need trophy, he no need medal, he no need praise, he no need anything. This is a man that is genuinely ready to turn over his country, not because he wants to be president, not because he wants to be anything. If you must know, because it's good, maybe they remind people, because some people will say, this Peter Obi said, he not supposed to do this, as if it is his problem. You are fighting for your nation. You can't keep waiting for this man, pointing to what he's not doing well, pointing to what he's not doing properly. This is somebody that was in the UK. When he was leaving the UK, he had indefinite leave to remain. Just minutes away from getting his British passport. This man go back, go give them indefinite leave to remain. Go tell them say he want come out. Home Office was shocked. They had to write his name and send his name to the Queen. And for that, he was honored, he was recognized. That is the kind of person this man is. So now listen, guys, I completely agree with Madam Rita and Nigeria that this country is not going to get better. The only condition that this country will get better is only when things change. Now, remove Peter Obi from the picture. Cover your eyes. Just remove him from the picture. Look at the other people remaining in the politics today. Just look at all of them, even those that are in ADC supporting Peter Obi. Tell me which one of them is ready to lift Nigeria as a country. No. They are all there to champion the cause of their ethnic group. of the place where they come from. That is why they are all in power. Let's not deceive ourselves about any of these things. If any of these persons come to power, the best they can do is to marginally keep the nation running, not strong enough to divide and not strong enough to succeed. Just like that, marginally. You just leave the nation in the margins of development. They throw a little hope, they throw a little hope here, they throw a little hope here. See, the story is the same. When Buhari was there, it was about the Fulanis. When Tinubu is there now, we know what it's all about. And if another person comes, look at all of them. If they all come, it's going to be tribalism as usual. And Anita was trying to say something about dark people, they have dark mind. I don't really think it's about darkness. Just say the way it is. See, there's a problem with black people. We have to accept that. Black skin. And Anita avoided using that word. There's a problem with black skin. If not so, tell me one black nation. There are 54 black countries in the world. Tell me one black nation that you can comfortably jack battle. For example, you are going to Canada, you are going to the US, you are going to Germany, you are going to France, Spain, anywhere. Give me one black nation out of the 54 that you can conveniently go to. We have a problem of governance because the people we put forward are usually our worst 11. And because we've not come to realize that we are the same, we are one, and not until we are able to do that, we are not going to go anywhere. Just take a look at what's happening in South Africa. It's black people killing themselves. It's black people bringing black people down. It is also the same narrative that's making Nigeria to remain where it is today. It is exactly the same narrative. No matter who comes to power, they are going to continue in the same trajectory. And Nigeria was talked about, he was thinking Buhari is coming to do something different. Mr. Nigeria was, no, sir, this is who Buhari has been. This is who he has been since in the 80s when he first came to power. If not for anything, if we even want to hold any leader, if we want to hold them to accountability, Buhari will be the number one leader. Because he came to take out a democratically elected government. That's exactly what he did. And Buhari has been a tribal bigot all his life. This is who he was. His tenure reflected who he has been as a person. When he overthrew the government then, the Shehu Shagari that was from his state, what did he do to that? They placed that one on house arrest. Then the Igbo man that was the vice president, what did they do? They sentenced him to 100 years imprisonment. So as Tinubu government corrupts now, they call for anything they want to charge Tinubu to court. They go put Tinubu for house arrest. They go put Shetima for 100 years imprisonment because the government was corrupt. That was the hallmark of his administration. Now, coming back to the picture, if we say Nigeria will go better, why Peter will be exactly the point. Now, Nigerians, the reason you have to choose this man, for me, I don't know where he comes from. They need to check his DNA, whether I'm a Nigerian person in the first place. Because this man, he doesn't have any gene, no Nigerian characteristics, no bitterness, no anger, treats everybody the same, always smiling to the camera. At every point in time, you've never heard any speech of hatred from this man, no behavior of hatred. My question is that why him? The reason is simple. He said he's going to do 4 years. For me, I wish he hadn't said that. But then because of the peculiarity of the situation of our country, so I believe that he needed to say that because of this tribal thing. Because if he didn't say that, the North will say he's going to use their tenure. That's what the North will say. They will say he's going to use their tenure. So you just need to say that so that at least for whatever it is, even if he's not able to turn the nation around, And let's not deceive ourselves. In 4 years, it's not going to be able to build 600 refineries, 600 teaching hospitals, 600 neuro. It's not going to be able to do that. Let's get that clear. The reason I'm saying all this, so that if this man comes to power, we have to manage our expectations. And our expectation is going to be this. It's simple. When this man comes, he's going to set the standard. I always talk about standard in governance. He's going to set that standard. If he sets that standard, that would now be the standard that nobody, no leader can go below. Hello, can you hear me? Okay, I thought I lost connection. He's going to set a standard that nobody can go below. For example, what are these standards he's going to set? I will expect that the first thing is to tinker with this constitution that has led everybody moribund. And after that, he's going to demonstrate that, look, as the president of the country, you can actually receive your treatment in Nigeria. As the president of the nation, you don't need exorbitant cars. You don't need 100 cars in your convoy. Everything doesn't have to be foreign. You don't need to do tribalism to appoint people. Your INEC chairman, your CBN, you don't need to do overdraft. You don't need to be printing money. You don't need to overborrow. You don't need to be a bigot to govern your nation well. After setting this standard, so it becomes difficult for the next person coming to go below this standard. It becomes really, really difficult for the next person coming to go below this standard. So in 4 years, I'm very sure that is the best this man is going to achieve. Let's look at what are they calling it? The coalition. We all know the reason behind the coalition. The reason Kwankwaso is deciding to run with His Excellency Peter Obi, it's not because he loves Peter Obi. It's not because he knows that Peter Obi is the best candidate. It's because he just knew that is his quickest way to power. Nothing more than that. We see, it comes to a time where we have to realize, we have to be very, very clear. We have to be very, very lucid of what we are into. The alliance is there. We've seen these people, but let's never forget who these people really are. We shouldn't forget that. We should always keep that at the back of our mind, so that if this man gets to power, all we need to do is to give him all the support that he needs. Because this man is going to be surrounded by sharks. He's going to be surrounded by wolves. He's going to be surrounded by hyenas. And all these are big-time players in Nigerian politics. Because the reason I'm saying all this, it is managing our expectations. Let's not ever think it's going to be a stretch of our mundane imagination that when Peter Obi becomes the president in 2027, he will be the one to appoint everybody. No. All these stakeholders, all of them coming from left, right, and center, this coalition, they are going to nominate people. But for me, I'm not bothered, because I know if the leader leads right, if he sets the example, everybody will follow. Take Lee Kuan Yew, for example. Everybody refers to Lee Kuan Yew. When the man turned Singapore around, did he go and import civil servants from a different country? No, it was still the people that were already working in the system. Take Rwanda also, for example. Now, I'm making an example of Rwanda because it's a black nation, not really because I like the style of governance of the man there. He has done very well. But in terms of democracy, the man has stifled all forms of opposition there. Now, that's not even the discussion. The discussion is that Rwanda didn't work. Congo, that's a neighbor to Rwanda, it has not worked. When this man came to power, it was him that turned everything around. Did he go and import people from other countries to come? No, it was still the same Rwandans that he used in turning things around. So that's where the leadership questions come in. No matter how dubious, how evil-minded that the people in the society are. If you get a leader that can create a clear pathway for everybody and people will follow suit. I'm particularly excited about Nigeria because Nigerians are so easy. They are so easy to govern. All you just need to do is to give them something to hold on to. See, who would have, if any person told you years ago that Nigerians will be buying fuel at over 1,000 naira, who would believe that? And that is what we are doing exactly today. And it didn't take a period of years for this thing to rise. It was just instantaneously. Before you know it, it's 500, 700, it's 1,000. So the issues are very clear. We have to be very clear about this. Number one, this man, you are not doing this man a favor. You don't need him to convince you. If your country is not bad enough the way it is, then it also speaks to your own kind of person, who truly you are. Do you want a nation that can work for you, your children, your children's children? That's number one. And expectations that we really need to manage. That this man is working amongst people with a completely different mindset. He's the only person that shares a different mindset amongst these lots. So it is not for we, his supporters, to keep pointing to the crack. For example, he's a human, like any one of us. The same amount of blood flows in our body. So it's not okay to keep pointing to the cracks, to the cracks, to the cracks, to the cracks. They are there. We are not saying he's a saint. He has rightly said so. But what we are saying is that this man is working in a very abnormal environment already. So all we need to do is to ensure that we give him the necessary support as much as we can. And we have to manage the expectations. Because I've seen people, why people have been, if I not just do this one, do you know the kind of people he's working amongst? All these are big weights. Atiku, Amechi, Malami, El Rufai, Okonkwo, Kwankwanso. These guys, they have elephant-sized ego. Elephant-sized ego, if you don't know. Elephant-sized ego, that's what they are. They have looked at everything carefully. Both the people in power, both the people that are contesting, all of them, I mean the people in government, the APC, I mean the people, and also the people that are doing this coalition with His Excellency Peter Obi, all of them, I see them as the same. They have looked at all these things carefully, and they know, they have the records, that this only 6 months it took this man to get over us with suppression and everything. You know what it is to defeat a Tinubu in Lagos? You know what that means? To get 6 million votes, somebody from the southeast across the nation. And they knew what they did in the north. All of them, they know. So that is why the rallying point is in this man. See, if they are talking anytime, if you tune any news as they are popping up on your various channels that you belong, once they are talking about ADC, the next thing is Peter Obi. The next thing is Peter Obi. Once they are talking about judgment, the next thing is Peter Obi. Because this man is going to open the eyes of everybody. He's going to set the standard. Even in that note, I'm very sure when this man finishes his 4 years, the Talakawas in the north, they are going to rise up. They are going to see that they have been deceived all this while by their religious fanatic leaders. His Excellency, Peter Obi, is a gift to the nation. He is not without flaws. There's no point emphasizing his flaws. Of course, if there are things that should be corrected, of course, people can criticize. There's a huge difference between criticism, lovely criticism, because what that does is to point the person to the right source, is to make him realize what is not doing well. That is completely a different thing. And I'm glad Magnus Oraka, the video you played, that's one of the things I love about this station. Select carefully selected videos. If not for anything, they never see the Magnus Uraka. Nigeria should never blast her here. But when he also said something good, you also brought his video. It's not about enmity for life. It's not, if somebody is being criticized, it doesn't mean that if the person says something good tomorrow, you can no longer look at that side. Magnus Uraka carefully painted the picture of the generals that should be behind Peter Obi, but nobody is there to be found. Still one or two people that I see around him. The man needs the support of everybody. Let's manage our expectations. Let's give this man the opportunity, because if we don't, trust me, your country is going to continue to spiral down the hill. Because if any president comes in, they are all vindictive. Is it Atiku that cannot even tweet about somebody that was spied in a nation is going to govern because some fanatics threaten him? If he can withdraw his tweets, just imagine where insecurity will end. If they can threaten somebody at that level, if they can threaten him, just imagine whatever is going on behind the scene. And you think in your widest imagination that this insecurity, they will be able to handle it. But this man, you don't know where Fulani bandits come from. You don't do any deal with them. You don't sign anything. This man, you don't get money for US. Donald Trump don't get anything on her. This man, you don't get any issue with France people. Macron don't get anything with her. This man, the UK Prime Minister, you don't get anything to do with him. They never sign any deal. This man, you don't get any oil well. See, they said be very careful of somebody who has got nothing to lose. His Excellency Peter Obi has nothing to lose. No word power has anything on him. So why is he not going to govern well? He has not falsified his age. He has not been involved in drug dealing. He has not forfeited any money to anything. He don't need France for treatment. He don't need this one for treatment. Say you want to take treatment, you need to run, go here, run, go there. He's not hiding anything. No favor. He has not told any person to do any evil for him. See him. The reason, not even the reason, the points I doff my heart completely for this man. As vindictive as the government of Buhari, as vindictive as the government of Tinubu, they never still say anything to take hold this man. Is that not surprising? This man was a governor 8 years ago. That time, there was even no social media presence. He was able to do what is right at every point in time. Look at the way he managed the finances of the state when nobody was watching, when it was a free fall for everybody. The PDP days. Look at what he did with that state. And you tell me this man is a normal human being? And you still want to have 1 million reasons why you are going to support him? And you still want him to do what I don't know what more you want him to do. It's not talk as they talk this one. If I pull comma for here, if I pull full stop for there, if I pull S for there, if I pull this thing for abbreviation for there. Come on, how does it work? To the extent discussion where this man get with people for bedroom, they go come they talk him. How? See, Nigerians, like I talk, the preamble where I lay, this country, the question when Nigeria Watch ask, it's a very simple question. Is this thing, are we going to get it right? Are we going to get it right? And so the next question is even germane to the first question. Even if we are going to get it right, when? If things continues like this, it's never going to be possible unless we change the way of doing things. And how do we just change? What we need is a paradigm shift. And it's only this man that can bring about that paradigm shift that we are talking about. Because his style, his lifestyle, everything is completely no flamboyancy, nothing. Nigerians, it's high time we draw a clear-cut dichotomy between what is good and what is right. His Excellency Peter Obi stands for everything that is good. This is somebody that respects the rule of law to the highest level. Respects the rule of law to the highest level. That was why, even at the risk of losing his mandate, this man didn't worry, he still went to the courts. And they did everything, all their shenanigans, all their abradacabra. At the end of the day, they came up with that rubbish judgment. Well, in a very, how do I put it now? Let's say on a lighter mode, maybe that was also good. It's also okay that Tinubu came to power. Because Tinubu and Buhari, they could have been the Messiah, the president that we never had. I'm very sure people would have still been maintaining that Buhari's integrity till today. But now he came again and he just rubbished everything. It's not clear who Buhari is, who he was. The same thing with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They call him the political. He has political. He's very, very technical. He's this, he's that, he's that, he's that. His political sagacity is top notch. But we have seen that this man clearly has nothing upstairs. He's just a businessman, nothing more than that. Now, all of them don't exhaust everything. I'm sure God works in a mysterious way. For those of you that don't believe in God, let's just say nature works in a mysterious way. We have seen that the people we call our Messiah, they are all gone. I'll just round up in 10 seconds. So now we don't bring everything where we get, come out, no solution. So it's now time for we to support this man that can move Nigeria from where we are now to where we ought to be. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Mr. Nanjawach.
All right, Oga Chris, thank you, sir. Thank